assistant director when I met him. Aloof, observant, and unusually silent for someone who wanted to be a hero. But when he spoke, there was clarity and insight which was far beyond his age. From being Student of the Year to graduating in Ekville, Sid, as he's fondly called, speaks today about his magical journey and other musings.
Just the other day, I was talking to a girl and she was asking me who I was interviewing next, and I said Siddharth. And she said, what will you ask him? Because his life has been like a fairy tale. He became an AD, and within a year, he was signed by Karan Johar. He had Student of the Year, then Hasi To Fasi, which was a hit, and now Ek Villain. So do you also look at your life as a fairy tale?
Of course, I would have to say it is. Part of it is true because when I was growing up, I never thought ki hero banenge types, you know, we'll become a hero, acting karenge Bombay jaake. The thought of shifting your town, living in an alien city and, you know, without having any family, anybody there, and trying out for movies didn't even cross my mind till I was 21, 22. So I do give destiny or whatever luck or whatever they call it, you know, half the credit to at least get me here.
So your life in Bombay must have been very different from your life in Delhi.
Very, very. Delhi, South Delhi boy, regular upbringing, I would say. I think we've done all the stupid things of playing whole. I think Delhi culture is very different. We've got places to cycle around or parks to play in. So sport became a very important, playing sports outside. I've been very lucky that I've had such an athletic childhood. And then my dad also gave me a little bamboo and all. And because he's total like that merchant navy thing, and he wants to be, you know, a man should be fit and play sports, and he used to love it when you play for 2 hours and come back. But yeah, my dad was actually strict at times as well, though. I think when I was growing up, a lot of nitpicking kind of thing with what you're doing, you know, studying.
Were you good at studies?
And then, not at all. I was really bad. I was good till about the class 7th
So
and
you
8th.
just didn't know you had all the makings of an actor. Bad at studies,
exactly.
good looking.
तभी तो मेरी माँ को they didn't know, even they didn't know exactly. तो मैंने कहा क्या पढ़ाई करना है? So I understood now कि क्यों नहीं पढ़ा था, why I was not studying. And but that time there was so much pressure, yeah. Like you know, my dad was very strict. My mom used to get emotional when we used to flunk and all and give those things.
You flunked?
I flunked and all, class 9th and all. I flunked and that same kitab used to come flying on your face and then...
Oh, you got slammed also, huh, by dad?
No, not dad, more mom actually.
Mom.
Dad never said anything. Dad used to be like, you know, boys ko kya, whatever. Mom used to slap. And in 11th, 12th, though, it was even worse because then you start dating or have relationships and you're only into them. And I remember my mom used to sometimes feel that all the girls are the reason that I'm not studying well. So she used to be against that also.
I remember the first time we met, we were at the same party. It was Neelam's house.
Yeah.
So when you came into that party, which was quite a big party, and there was like almost the who's who of the film industry was there. So what was your thought process when you entered that? Was it like, okay, I'm now, you know, making my entry into this?
There was no, that time I was actually doing a film with Anubhav Sinha. So I was in my head coming out कि मैं already picture कर रहा हूँ, I should come out as like कि about to be launched kind of actor. But ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. I saw SRK there, I saw Akshay Kumar there,
yes.
And I was just struck. I was struck at times. They were crossing, and they were also wondering ये लड़का कौन है. So it was in my head. I was thinking, चलो ठीक है, this might be the beginning of getting introduced. क्या कर रहे हो? I'll tell them I'm doing an Anubhav Sinha film with Ad Labs. It'll be a talk point, but it didn't. It didn't make a difference to them. They didn't understand also. First, they took a while to comprehend and which production and what director. And then they just reacted, ki chalo, aam baat hai, so many people. So I was elevating myself too much at that time. So and that film also never started.
So then were you like crushed when it didn't start?
That was depressing. That was my first taste of failure, something that I wanted to, I think. First time in my life I went, not against my parents, but I had to like really push for it that I want to go to Mumbai. And Anubhav Sinha decided to make a film with Mr. SRK, and rightfully so, which was Ravan.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I still would not agree with him at times is that he didn't have a chat with any one of us. We met afterwards, it was all fine, but I think it was not cool of him at that time because we came to this, at least I came to town because of his film. And he didn't feel he was responsible enough to have that chat and say that ki picture nahi ban rahi. And I think it was the best thing that happened.
So how did you reach from dare to becoming an assistant director with Karan? Because that was, I think, the next
Yeah.
major step that happened in
Correct.
your
So
life.
then is when I use that, okay, who all do I know here when I can ask for work? Since I had met, Manisha already knew from modeling, Karan I had met at this time when I was doing that film and I was deluded, and other people who were working in production houses. I would go to Dharma and meet Karan again. And I said, that film that I was working on, Anubhav Sinha thing, and he's like, yeah, I was wondering how Anubhav Sinha is launching you boys, because he knew at that time that Shah Rukh is doing that film, of course. So I said, yeah, that's not happened, and I don't know if I'm not here to. As I told him, I'm not here to audition. I really want to be on set. And I remember Desi Girl was a set that they wanted more 80s with Farah ma'am.
Correct.
And I remember meeting Karan Malhotra, because he was on board as first.
As the first one.
And actually, Karan Malhotra took my interview more than that. Interview में कि so okay, you want to be a hero. So he hated that. I said, that's the wrong thing to start off with.
That's true.
I said, no, I said, I really want to learn. And I remember I used to actually, while modeling, lie to oddly Karan Malhotra itself about falling sick to do one day photo shoots.
Ads, yeah.
one day photo shoot, which is to pay a lot, like these clothing brands. And I remember traveling one day to Chennai also and coming back to Mumbai without telling them, and reaching up the next day without sleeping, because I used to pay that 50. I used to pay, like one photo shoot for a model at that time, like 40,000-50,000 rupees was a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
That paid like my 3 months rent and the lifestyle that we had. We used to have fun on that as well. So that was very interesting. I think that phase I now sometimes miss, of looking forward to that one day shoot, or sneaking or juggling between like office and one day shoot. You feel that you earned that money. You feel that you're entitled to spend it. Now I think we become so busy.
But did you really learn anything on the sets? Because I remember on the sets,
Why? Acha.
you were just you
We were
and
working,
Varun.
don't lie.
Yeah, you
That's
were
all, yeah.
working. Definitely, you were working. But you and Varun, there was a clear demarcation between the ADs,
Yeah.
and there was this two people who were wanting to be actors and who were on the sets to observe and see the.
I genuinely did. Even though Karan Malhotra didn't think in the beginning that we were great ADs, and he almost punished us every second day. And it was only because we were clueless. Oddly, Varun, being from the industry, was equally clueless, in the beginning.
And in fact, he got far more firing than you
Yeah,
did.
exactly, because I still made up for some Gada Mazuri work, and he used to be equally close. I was like, aren't you from this industry? I said, your dad is a director, dude. You should know all these things. He's like, yeah, but how to do this? I said, I don't know. You're asking me how to do this. And I remember during Khan, we were shooting in Kandivali, and I was there an AD with normal breaks. And I remember you coming up and just giving me that little push ki, you have to come out. I used to be quiet also and doing my own thing and little bit, whatever, faffing around, but never interacted or gave any kind of inputs at time. So I think it was very interesting and very sweet of you to give that opinion and have that chat with me. I went back home and I did think about it at that time, and I was like, I feel that I will lose out on this chance of being on the set that I was, actually. I remember you telling me that.
One of the things that happens in movies, especially when you attain success at such an early stage, it can become all-consuming. And one of the things that you lose out in this process is your old relationships, whether it is your roots or even the friends with whom you struggled right at the beginning of your career. Did you feel that they fell by the wayside because of your profession?
It is sad. I think, yes, at times I didn't make that effort. Especially friends who I came and stayed with in Mumbai. That time you believe that, arey yaar, jab hamari picture mein niklegi, or when we'll become actors and we'll get this, or we'll go to this particular place or buy this car or do this kind of film. Now it seems very naive for me to believe that, because of whatever reasons, or the most typical reasons at time, be it jealousy or be it insecurities that they have.
Because you're vying for the same position or you're vying for the same break.
Exactly. Same position, same break, weird kind of competition or ego. I feel sad and I keep thinking about it at times that, is it fair? Have I done something wrong? Or that's how it's supposed to be? Because there are friends that I made in this industry when I was nobody, and I have spent enough and more time with them. And I am in touch with some of them, of course, but not everyone. So that makes me feel a bit sad at times.
We'll be back on Look Who's Talking.
One of the things that you look forward to when you're going to become a star is the attention from the media and from the public. And then that's the thing that you get most irritated with afterwards.
Well, we've just started off, so we're definitely enjoying it. I think I feel lucky and blessed at times. Whenever people would get excited that I would sign something for them or shake their hands or just give them a hug or just wave at them at times.
But that's when you're prepared. But there are times when you're not prepared.
Yeah, there are times that's more of the media thing. I remember recently, there's a picture that came up with me on the bike breaking a pot at Karan's building below, and we all were there upstairs for dinner. And post dinner, I was the first one to get out, and everybody was upstairs. And to come down and just wear the helmet. As soon as I wore the helmet, I put my leg there. So in that hurry, I did my other leg quickly, and suddenly I threw a pot there, and my legs are too long, and my bike is going this way. And then they're thinking that I'm drunk or I'm doing this.
It was a clumsy moment.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it's because of you. I was like, I wanted to scream at them first. It's not fair. But of course, when we get out, or even when I was taking a vacation, it was very exciting. I remember in a club in New York, there was a private night. And it was a regular Wednesday night, and I was with a couple of friends and family, cousins. And they said, no, sorry, it's a private night and everything else. And there, who expects? So then a waiter recognized me, and which my cousin was surprised. You know him? I said, yeah, dude. I said, what do you mean you know him? I said, he's Indian. So I was like, yeah, he's Indian. Come in. So it does help. There's some perks that you have being a known face.
But how does your family react to this kind of attention?
My family's so clueless at times. They have invited fans over in the house. Bithaya, drawing room mein. I don't know these girls, and they came with flowers and cake on my birthday. And so, can we meet Siddharth? Of course, the guard has let them in. Can we meet Siddharth? The mom has welcomed them inside. And my mom thought I was in Delhi at that time. I said, I would tell you if my friends are coming. They are not my friends. They have just come to see. She's like, why would they come on your birthday with the cake and all that? So that was my first birthday after a student. And it's tough. They're also understanding this is what, that the kind of profession that I am in.
Let's just concentrate on the zone which is
not
off screen.
Off screen zone.
Which is off screen.
Off screen.
I mean, you have been linked up with Pariniti while you were working on Hasi To Fasi. And then, there have been several link-ups also. There was like you said, the paparazzi had clicked you with some pictures of yours coming out of a restaurant in the middle of the night as well.
Yes.
So when it's not serious, what do you do?
That's when you get in trouble. No, I feel I would like to keep it as regular. I think I'm not saying that I'm not getting out and going on dates or meeting people. I think we're all entitled to have our share of fun. And sometimes it's just you don't want to talk about it or make it open.
Because it's just fun and it doesn't go anywhere.
I mean, I'm not making it sound again. This is something. but yeah, sometimes it's just a dinner. Yeah, sometimes you're just enjoying times and spending time with somebody. You have to reach that space to get a relationship. No, I can't just jump into somebody and just say, come on,
true, of
you
course.
become. So I think when they catch you in that phase where they're getting to know somebody, that's where it's tough to commit, that what is happening and what are you doing. So that happens and I'm getting used to it.
If I had to ask you to list out the flip side of stardom, like something that you don't enjoy about stardom, what would that be?
I think it's the lack of time that our priorities change. I sometimes have missed out on friends' birthdays, parties because I have a shoot next year. I would feel that I don't have the energy. I'd rather go work out or rehearse. And sometimes people don't check with you and writing, making up stories and stuff for their own. Just to make it sensational at times or to make something exciting and interesting because they feel that there's nothing.
Which is the story that has hurt you the most about you?
Lots. I think recently, or even me, in last 1 month, having an issue with Aditya Roy Kapoor over Shraddha, and we were giving cold shoulders to each other, or me and Varun having a tiff and Karan's birthday party. These are all not true, and I feel that, and people question with such conviction when they come for interviews. Ki aap competition, how do you handle competition, especially with Varun? And that's the way of asking that am I okay with him or not. It's very passe that two heroes would fight. It's just, they're just living on an earlier generation. I think today, which I keep saying, which genuinely I mean, that we all are born and brought up in times of competition, where we are competing for spaces in school, colleges, girlfriends, everything for friends, going anywhere and getting anywhere. So are used to competition. We want to be the best that we're doing it. But we won't wish each other bad. I think we're just cool enough to understand that, yeah, you did a good film, man. That's great, yeah.
Stay tuned for more action on Look Who's Talking.
The CEO of Pepsi, I was just reading her interview, and she said that it's very unfortunate that the years that you spend building your career are the same years that you need to spend building your relationships. Because otherwise it's one or the other. If you had to choose between building a relationship with someone who you're intimate with as opposed to building your career, what would you choose?
Right now, at this very phase, I would choose my career. But of course, that being said, if I find somebody who's just, I feel that immense amount of connection, I feel that person will also understand, saying that this is what I have to do right now. And I think this is great, but this is the only extent we can go to right now. And let's wait it out and let me do something with my life.
Do you think that that person who you are saying you can find a connection, who'll understand you, can ever be an actress?
Yeah, I feel they've got some interesting personalities and girls in the industry.
Because Varun, who's also started his career along with yours, felt that he would never be able to date an actress. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I will talk to Varun about that. See, it's tough. I would not judge anybody on their profession.
No, but
work.
for you, like
For me personally, I do find that if once you date somebody from the same world, it becomes like you're living in a bubble. You talk about the same problems, you talk about the same world and conversation. You don't go beyond it. So personally, right now, I think if I would say that it's refreshing to meet somebody from a different, profession, different world.
So, what is the ideal girlfriend that Siddharth Malhotra would date?
Ideal girlfriend. I don't know, I've thought about it. I can't dot it down in points and have particular characteristics. But I am not the most easy person at times. I like to be on my own. So somebody who would... I hate being restricted and in relationships where they keep checking on you all the time.
SMSing you.
Yeah, SMSing you or checking your phones. I hate that. I hate so. Whatever. I've been getting into details now, but somebody who would let you be at times and would have that trust. I think also for me now, it's become more important that they understand the timings that we work with, or the people that we work with, or the kind of work that we do. It's tough to keep explaining.
Kissing on screen. Kissing on screen is the most...
And it's the most technical thing. They don't get it. It's like solving a algebra thing, formula, because it's like your angles are not correct. One more take. Acha nahi, we're not getting this. Where to get your nose don't hit each other and crack. Ask me. I've done a lot of them, so I know. But anyways.
But you did mention that you would like to kiss Deepika Padukone.
Oh yeah, Deepika.
So have you told her that? I mean...
No, I'm not going out to Deepika and say I would like to kiss, or not that blatantly honest or anything. It was just somebody asked me actually in an interview, and they gave me options. So if I had to pick out of the option, out of the lot, I would pick her. And I think she's very attractive, and we all are a big fan. We've seen her work. So why not?
Do you think actors are the most easy people to have a relationship with?
No, not at all, not at all. I think the kind of work that we do also, we are so emotionally unstable at times and sensitive at times if you're doing an emotional scene, which I found like in a film like my last film, Villain, where if I was doing like a very highly emotional crying scene, you don't want to talk at that time and pick up a call. It takes hours to shoot 1 minute of sequence, and you don't want to sometimes get out of that zone. Selfishly, I think as an actor, I don't want to crack a joke at times or to get upset on something else and distract myself. So somebody who understands that, somebody who gives you that space. So if there is somebody like that, I'm looking.
But on the other hand, also that when you're shooting intense scenes, intense love scenes or love-making scenes with somebody, so how do you bring that element of reality if it is as mechanical as you make it sound?
No, you make up stories in your head. I think that's at times like those, sometimes I feel being a model helped. because we're always surrounded by good-looking women, and we've done photo shoots in bikinis and with girls, and we're just bare-bodied, and you're really close to them, holding a posture, and you're holding that expression. So that helped in some ways. And in the rest of the times, it's just how do we make believe anger or crying? It's the same thing. To show attraction or to show, it's an emotion, to show physical intimacy and attraction. So I feel that is an actor's job, to do it convincingly.
And how much do you have to curb it after the shot is over?
No, it's not about curbing, that depends. I think we've all, in the younger lot, are very professional, and we take it like a job. I think I've never come across an actor who would take that forward. Right after that, just because that scene happened really well, and wow, okay, this kissing thing, aisa kuch nahi hota. I think it's our job. It's like how we have to get an art. So I think kissing is an art form, and you need to practice and rehearse and make it believable. It's a make-believe world. We're not genuinely falling in love, right? So yeah, I think it just comes and goes. It's like any other regular day.
What if your co-star has felt that attraction towards you and has made an attempt to sort of take it forward? Then what do you do?
Well, that's a different ballgame. Then it becomes, then conversations happen, and then you decide if both parties are in agreement, then you give it a shot.
So Siddharth, OLX.in is a website on which you can sell anything you wish to.
Wow.
So we are giving our viewers a chance to buy something that you owned before. And the proceeds of that will go to charity. So
Yeah.
what have you got for us?
I've not only got, I'm wearing them actually right now. I bought these Vans from New York. These are basic sneakers. They're simple yet cool.
Wow.
Just like me. So I think so yes, even though
you're going to
I'll make
give
sure
away
I'll
your
clean
shoes.
them, and give away. Don't worry. So that's me taking and
great.
giving out.
You'll have to give both of them. You
both
do,
of them,
you-
of course, not
you-
half of it.
I hope you know that.
So hopefully they'll have a successful run.
Okay.
Just like me since my trip to New York.
You also have to write a message.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure.
Here.
So.
We'll now sell this on OLX.in and the viewers can buy it from there.
Great.
So now we come, Siddharth, to the most important part of the program, which is what I call the Medimix Look Who's Talking selfie moment.
Wow.
Yes, so we'll take a selfie.
Come on, I've been eyeing your chashmas.
What's
So I'm gonna wear that.